For most of human history, one thing was guaranteed. No matter how powerful you were, no matter how rich, no matter how intelligent, your body would eventually fail. Kings died. Dictators died. Empires ended because the people who ruled them could not escape biology. But that assumption is starting to break. Not suddenly, not dramatically, quietly. It starts with something we all accept. A soldier loses his leg in war. We replace it with a prosthetic. No controversy. No philosophical debate. We call it progress. Then someone's heart fails. We replace it with an artificial heart. Again, no problem. We are saving a life. Then kidneys. Then lungs. Then eyes. Each step feels reasonable. Each step feels moral. And then something changes. We are no longer just repairing the human body, we are systematically removing its limits. And that raises a question humanity has never had to face before. If we can replace every failing part of the human body, what exactly is a human anymore? Let us slow this down and examine it carefully. Because this is not science fiction, this is direction. First, understand the pattern. Human technology does not jump, it progresses by replacement. We replace what fails first. Arms and legs are easy. They are mechanical. Organs come next, more complex but still functional systems. The brain is last, not because it is sacred, but because it is difficult. And yet, we are already touching it. Brain implants to restore movement, to restore vision, to bypass damaged neural pathways. Companies today are not trying to create superhumans, they are fixing broken ones. That distinction matters, because society accepts restoration. Restoration feels ethical. Enhancement feels dangerous. But here's the problem. The same technology that restores can also enhance. A prosthetic leg that lets you walk can also let you run faster than any human ever could. A brain implant that restores memory can also expand it. The boundary between fixing and upgrading is thin. And once crossed, it does not uncross. Now ask yourself this. Who will get access first? Not average people, not democratically. Every transformative technology follows the same path. Military, state power, wealth, and especially authoritarian power. If artificial organs allow life to be extended dramatically, leaders who already control nations will not hesitate. Dictators do not fear rebellion as much as they fear decay. Age weakens control. Illness creates vulnerability. Artificial organs remove that weakness. A ruler who can replace their heart, lungs, liver, and blood system does not need immortality. They only need to avoid dying. One more decade, then another, then another. At that point, leadership is no longer temporary. History depends on turnover. Generations replacing generations. Remove death and you remove the natural reset of power. This creates something new. Not just long-living humans, a biological ruling class. People who do not age, do not step aside, do not experience the urgency that mortality creates. And urgency matters more than we admit. Mortality is not important because we die. It is important because we must choose. Every decision has weight because time is limited. That pressure shapes human psychology. Empathy exists because loss is real. Meaning exists because time is scarce. Now, imagine a being with unlimited time. They can postpone everything. Justice, change, reform, even regret. An immortal being does not feel time the way humans do. And that is where humanity begins to erode. Not immediately, gradually. At first, nothing changes. The person looks the same, speaks the same, has the same memories. But over decades, then centuries, something subtle happens. Attachment weakens. Why invest deeply in relationships that will end long before you do? Empathy declines. Why rush to understand suffering when you have endless time to reflect later? Responsibility softens. Mistakes lose weight when consequences are infinitely delayed. This is not evil, it is incentive. Psychology follows conditions, and immortality changes the conditions. There is another problem we rarely discuss: identity. Human identity depends on continuity under change. You are not the same person you were 10 years ago, but you can trace a line between those selves. Now stretch that line across 200 years, 500, 1,000. Memories fade, values shift, personality reorganizes. At some point, the original person no longer exists in any meaningful sense. The body remains, the name remains, but the self has been replaced by drift. This is not evolution, it is erosion, and replacing body parts does not stop this. Even if consciousness could be preserved biologically, identity cannot remain stable indefinitely. So when we ask, if humans live forever, are they still human? The honest answer is uncomfortable. At first, yes, biologically human, psychologically human. But over time, increasingly something else. Not machines, not gods, but beings without the constraints that define humanity. And here's the key insight. Humanity is not defined by flesh. It is defined by limits, time limits, cognitive limits, emotional limits. Remove those permanently, and the word human stops describing a condition and becomes a historical category. There is one final point that matters more than all others. Power accelerates dehumanization. An immortal farmer living a simple life would remain human far longer than an immortal ruler shaping millions of lives. Time alone does not break humanity. Power without mortality does. That combination creates detachment, and detachment creates danger. This is why the real threat is not artificial organs. It is not brain implants. It is not even life extension. The threat is unbounded existence without enforced limits. Technology does not ask permission. It moves forward because it can. The question is whether humanity understands what it is trading away. So the real question is not, can humans live forever? It is, if death is removed, what forces us to remain human? Because if nothing does, then immortality is not evolution. It is abandonment. And that is the future we are quietly walking toward, one replacement at a time.